it's Riley here. So it's day 15 of recovery, and it's just, amazing to think it's already been like half a month now. So, to touch base on yesterday, I had an appointment, like I said, with a urologist, and wanted to touch base on how that went. So we looked at the pictures of my arm and my leg because I wasn't able to unravel that. But then she looked at everything under the phallus and whatnot, and I also sent pictures to Montreal, as I mentioned as well. So in regards to my arm, Montreal said it looks fine, to not really be concerned about it, which, I mean, I'm still concerned about it, but I'll keep sending them updates and pictures along the way. But they said it's a part of the healing process, and it just may take a little bit longer to heal because there was a hematoma there. So we'll see what happens. I will keep you all up to date, obviously, if anything changes or if I need to get a new graft or anything arises. I will keep you all up to date, as you know. The second thing would be, with underside of my phallus, I was mentioning yesterday, so I have the light stitches and the dark stitches. Well, the dark ones I was saying meet right where the good skin and the bad skin, I'll say, touch. So we did have a conversation, and I sent them an email, and they said it is completely now fine to leave the stitches in an extra week. So I was supposed to get them out next week, which would be 3 weeks post-op, but we are going to leave it for an extra week now, so that'll be on 4 weeks post-op instead, and that just gives it an extra week of healing. So I'm really hopeful in seeing the progress that I already have, that it will give it that extra time just to make sure everything is healed, and instead of taking them out too soon and not having, certain things be connected or healed enough to give it that extra time. So I'm pretty happy about that, and really relieved to hear that they're okay with it leaving it for an extra week. We can still probably take out some of the other stitches around, but I may as well just see if they want to leave the other ones as well, and just take them all out at the same time. The last thing, though, is with the catheter. Again, like I mentioned, that one will still come out, though, on week 3, so that'll come out still next week. And as long as there's no issues or that, then it will stay out. And once things are healed enough, I can start doing my electrolysis for the area that I need to create and extend my urethra, which I'm, looking forward to that, and that'll be stage 2. Honestly, even though right now, going through this recovery and I'm still only 2 weeks in, it's really hard to picture going into another surgery currently, though I know, standing to pee is something that I really wanted and, really just am eager to get. And honestly, in saying this, I've talked to a couple of friends and people, and I will maybe do a whole separate video on this, but my recovery for phalloplasty has been way easier than I expected, and honestly much easier than my hysterectomy. Anybody who knows me through my hysterectomy, it was not fun. My first couple of days I was in so much pain. Also, they ended up trying to get me to walk, and I felt like it was way too soon. I took 2 steps and ended up getting sick, and then again, later the same day, tried to get me up and walking again, and I took 3 steps that time and ended up getting sick again, and ended up creating a hematoma, and ended up causing a lot of inflammation and swelling in my stomach and in my incisions, which caused problems down the road, which meant that my incisions did not heal properly, and things and wounds opened up once they took those out, which were also taken out too early. It was just a huge catastrophe. Honestly, I was only supposed to be out of my recovery for about, I think it was 6 to 8 weeks, and I was out for 3 months. So the recovery of that was very painful and very hard, though this one in some ways has been way easier. The pain wise has been very minimal. It's been about a 4 at max. Usually most of my pain has been about a 2-ish, so been a lot less pain than I expected. But the one thing that has made phalloplasty journey harder than really any other recovery is just the time that you need to take to be able to care for the wound. So I have to shower, and then I have to basically air dry after my shower, but I have to in my shower I have to wash things a certain way, which I can maybe go over all this in a separate video. And then have to do so I do just this routine of different stuff that it just takes longer to actually care for the individual wounds. As before, my top surgery is just my scars here. For my hysterectomy, it was literally just my scar here. Now it's 3 different areas of my body that I'm having to care for, and it's just taking longer for those areas to heal versus small incisions. So I think it just in some ways it was easier than expected, and in other ways it was harder than expected. And it also just takes, like I said, longer for things to heal. So the process of the timeline of how long it's going to be out of recovery and how long I'm going to need to have somebody help and like take care of me is a lot longer too. So it's just those little things that I'm like, it's a little bit frustrating for me as a person who like likes to do things for themselves. But at the same time, I know that I need to take it easy, and that like I knew going into the surgery it was not going to be, just a day and then like I'm going to be back to being myself. So it's just, has its ups and downs as any surgery does. But for me, I'm just trying to take it day by day and focus on the positive. But yeah, I think that's it for the video though. Wanted to give you all that update on yesterday and just kind of give you a little bit of a talk just about like just the experience, with my phalloplasty surgery so far, just, how it's been going compared to like, especially like the other surgeries and stuff too. Anyways, if y'all, have any suggestions, questions, or things you would like me to talk about, always feel free to put them in the comments below, as well as if you would like to send me something personally or some help and support throughout this journey. I do have a recovery tip option as well in my link in my bio, which you can go click and check out. Also brings you to other my social medias as well. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and bye for now.